everyone, welcome back to my channel. One of my pictures that is right up there literally fell off my bed in the middle of the night the other night and like slid down my wall. It sounded like a literal home intruder was punching the wall above my bed. I freaked out a little bit. Anyway, sorry for the awkward background. Welcome back to an updated what I eat in a day. As someone who has a wheat intolerance, dairy intolerance, egg intolerance, yeah, you're probably watching this video for one of two reasons. Number one, you have food intolerances, or you think you may have food intolerances and you aren't sure how to navigate that life, or even how to find out if you do. I get questions all the time from people with digestive issues, basically asking how I found out that I had these food intolerances and how I live my life with them. So I am gonna address that for a minute in this video. Or number two, you clicked on this because you wanna lose weight, or more importantly, you want to eat healthier, live a healthier lifestyle. And as someone who's constantly on the go, it can be really hard to not only like fit the time into my day to cook and eat healthy, but also to just figure out how to cook and what to buy. Especially because I honestly don't love cooking. I love food, I don't love the process of cooking food. However, I finally feel like I figured out a really good system for all of this, how to make my life completely easy and not even think about the food part of it. So I'm gonna share my tips with you guys here and hopefully it helps. This video is actually sponsored by HelloFresh. They have changed a huge part of my life in this regard because I actually never thought that I'd want to cook every day. You guys, this is not just like an ordinary sponsorship. I literally love HelloFresh and I wanted to make a whole video about it anyway. So I feel like this fits perfectly into kind of this what I eat in a day video. So we're actually just gonna start with that. I was so skeptical of all these like meal delivery services, and then when I actually got HelloFresh, got the meals, cooked them and ate them, I was like, oh my god, this is actually incredible. They taste so good. They don't have a lot of calories. They're easy to make. All the ingredients are just bundled up right for you. It comes with a meal card that shows you like the exact step-by-step instructions, super easy to follow on how to cook the meal, and a bag that has all the ingredients for that meal. As someone who is gluten and dairy intolerant, I just chose the classic box. These ones didn't have dairy. I think one of them had sour cream for the mashed potatoes, and I just substituted it out for like dairy-free butter. I love that they have the calorie counts on them so that you kind of know what you're eating. I think the part that shocked me the most, you guys, was just how freaking amazing the food tasted. Like, I guess I shouldn't be that shocked because when I cook pretty basic things that don't have like a ton of flavor, but usually when something tastes literally so good, I associate it with being unhealthy, like buttery, fried, oil, like all these things that would make a super unhealthy meal but be delicious. This, I was like so shocked because the sauces taste so flavorful and so good, and then I look at the calorie count and it's like not that much at all. So I like to cook the HelloFresh meals for both lunches and dinners, and the nice thing is I ordered a box that serves 2 people, so it's either 2 people or 4 people. For me, I just got the 2-person one. So actually every meal that I cooked, I ended up having a whole nother meal as a leftover. So I'm like cooking 2 meals in one little sitting. It's pretty sweet. I am literally cooking challenged, and this was so easy for me. I had honestly a good time doing it because I think part of what bogs me down is the prep work. It's like measuring everything and cutting everything. This is all done for you. You sometimes have to cut things, but the proportions are completely as they should be for the meals. If you're someone who's constantly on the go, or you don't love cooking like me, or you just want to eat healthier meals and you don't really know where to begin, you don't know which ingredients to use, I highly recommend HelloFresh. If you go over to the website, it's really easy to pick a plan. I will link it down below, and if you put in my code AdrienneFinch8, you actually get 8 HelloFresh meals for free. So that's such a good deal. 8 free meals using my code AdrienneFinch8. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think. I am 100% gonna keep my HelloFresh subscription. I may even make like an entire just cooking video over on my vlog channel. If you guys haven't subscribed to that yet, please do. The link is down below. It's a brand new vlog channel, so I would love your support over there. But yeah, I would love to do like cooking videos. I think it would be super entertaining, like cooking with my crush. I don't know. Okay, so moving on to some things that I would typically eat in a day or a week, and also some tips for just how to navigate cooking, eating healthier, being on the go, being an entrepreneur, or someone who's busy, or someone who has a tough schedule to fit in hours of cooking. Tip number 1 is when it comes to grocery shopping, I highly recommend picking a day to do this and sticking to that same day every week. Now, I personally think grocery shopping is a ginormous waste of time. So if you're someone who wants to do grocery delivery, by all means do it. The stores that I like to shop at the most don't do delivery, except HelloFresh, of course. But for all my other basic ingredients, they don't do delivery. So I have set aside a specific day. I go on Mondays, and it's mostly because I don't enjoy it. It's like, I feel like it's a waste of time, but on Mondays, I'm like fresh, ready to go. I have more energy, and I just want to get it done so that my meals for the week are like ready to go. And by the way, I'm not like a meal prepper at all. I buy ingredients that I know will work for certain meals, and then I tend to buy more frozen ingredients than fresh, which I'll talk about in one second. So number 2, as I just said, I recommend buying a lot of frozen frozen food more so than fresh food. Now I even mean like produce, like mushrooms and vegetables. This will vary if you're someone who has a family or you live with your boyfriend or roommates and you guys all cook together. This is different, but I have again run into so many problems with food waste whenever I buy produce. I'm not someone who knows how to just like throw things together that are in my fridge and make a bomb meal out of it. Like I don't have that gift. So I end up throwing away a lot of stuff, which is not only a waste of food, a waste of time and money. This makes my life so much easier because if I'm ever out of town, I know it's not gonna go bad. Even if I'm in town, I know it's not gonna go bad. And the frozen food tastes just as good. Number 3 is that I don't let myself sacrifice taste because of my allergies. Now, a lot of people have the misconception that gluten-free bread is like nasty. Now listen, it used to be pretty nasty, but nowadays these types of intolerances are so much more common that I feel like the types of gluten-free bread and dairy-free butter and dairy-free creamer and milk all taste so much better now. And now I do recognize that I live in Los Angeles where we have a ton of options for people with food intolerances or preferences, but I highly recommend just looking around the grocery stores in your city and trying out different products. At first it might seem like, okay, I'm buying all these different things, but once you find something that you like that really works for you, stick to that. And part of having a food intolerance is it is a learning process. Like you just do have to try as many things as you can. You may cook something with almond milk one day and realize that literally didn't taste good. And you can maybe find a dairy-free like creamer or something else to use instead. So just experiment around. That has helped me so much. I've tried so many different types of things that are dairy-free and gluten-free, and I finally found the ones that I really love. Side note on that, if you're someone who loves treats, I highly recommend Google searching for like a good gluten-free or vegan bakery. Again, with LA, there are way more of these, but I guarantee there may be a diamond in the rough in your city. And once you find one, that's like your go-to and it's worth it. So just look around. Be resourceful. So I'm just gonna list some of the things that I like to eat for different meals because I think that anyone with a food intolerance is probably wondering how the heck I even survive when I have this many allergies. And good question, but here's some of the things that I eat. For breakfast, I like to either do like gluten-free waffles, smoothies, or like potato scramble without egg because I'm allergic to egg. I do eat meat, I just don't eat dairy or wheat. For lunch, I'll do my HelloFresh meals or sometimes like a salad or anything that was left over from dinner. I tend to have some leftovers when I cook dinners, both the HelloFresh meals and my own meals. And then for dinners, I love to pretty much stick anything frozen into a gluten-free pasta or a rice. So I'll do like a shrimp pasta, I'll do turkey bolognese, I'll put a bunch of vegetables and just put like dairy-free butter and garlic. I will also tell you guys, literally put onions and garlic in everything. If you like onions and garlic, put it in everything. It makes everything just so much more flavorful. There are also some really dope seasonings you can get from like Trader Joe's or other stores that really make things taste amazing. That's another thing I really like about the HelloFresh meals. They come with like chicken stock concentrate and other types of seasonings that taste so good. And sometimes I'll like keep a little bit extra of the seasoning and just save it and put it on other stuff. And tip number 5, you guys, this is huge and I only just started doing this. Take multivitamins, like take daily vitamins. I know it's bad that I only just started doing this, but something that people always ask is like, are you ever missing certain nutrients from your food allergies? And I feel like the answer is honestly no, because I'm pretty much getting my veggies, my fruits, my carbs still. But what I do notice, especially with the lifestyle I live now, I work out and exercise very frequently, and sometimes I don't replenish the vitamins in my body the way that I need to. I've actually developed some symptoms from that, like some hair thinning and other things. So I just recently started taking a multivitamin. This is just a foolproof way to make sure that you guys are getting the nutrients that you need, because I feel like obviously that's important. So I recommend taking one every single day. Okay, so in an effort to not make this video go 1,000 years long because it's already long, I'm actually gonna talk fully in depth about how I found out about my food intolerances in another video on my vlog channel. So go subscribe to that so that you can stay tuned. It's gonna be long and in depth because there were so many different steps I took, and I can recommend what types of doctors not to see, what types of doctors to see, but I'll give you the brief like 1-second rundown. Basically, I had stomach problems for a long time. I was nauseous very often, I had pain, I did not know what was going on. Turned out, well, I went to a GI doctor. They told me I had acid reflux, which was true. So I went on medication for acid reflux, but the medication ended up wiping out all the good bacteria in my system, which caused even more problems. It caused my intestines to be super sensitive. So then every time I ate anything, it felt nauseous, it felt painful. So I was basically back at square one. Then I went to a naturopathic or homeopathic doctor who really took a look at like what I'm putting into my body. It turned out that my gut was extremely damaged from eating foods that I was intolerant to without knowing I was intolerant. If you think that you may have a food intolerance, the #1 mistake that people make is that they just eliminate that food, and if they still feel crappy, then they say, okay, it's not that. But what happens is when you eat foods that you're intolerant to, your gut becomes completely inflamed and it gets bothered by everything. So you actually have to heal your gut first, then stop eating the foods that you think you're intolerant to, because if not, you're still gonna hurt, so you're not gonna be able to tell which thing you actually have an allergy to. I recommend doing a blood test, doing a stool test. Going to a naturopathic doctor was the thing that honestly saved me. I actually had an intestinal infection on top of all of that because I had been eating these foods for so long and didn't know that I was intolerant. So again, I'm gonna go way more in depth on this in another video. So subscribe to my other channel, the What the Finch, that's my vlog channel, and I'll talk about it more there. But leave any questions that you have below so that I can answer those in that video. All right, you guys, that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know again if you have any questions, and remember, if you guys want to check out HelloFresh, which I highly recommend, I'm not even joking, it is so great. You can get 8 free meals by using the code AdrienneFinch8 and click the link down below. And without further ado, I don't know why I'm saying without further ado, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you later.